Let's now take a look at the palette. The palette is a set of 20 players that can run independently and can be started and stopped at will. There are up to 50 sets that you can do, that you can switch between at will, and you can load them up either from the Finder or from music. So I'm going to pick the IDs set I've labeled here, and I'm going to select all the IDs, and if you drag them in, they will, whatever button you drop them on, it will fill in the rest. So I had 15 here, so it filled in 15. The palette has its own audio output. If you go into the settings on Audio I/O, the palette's audio device is set here. Besides that, you can preview the palette at any time by turning the Q button on. Then when you play these, they'll be going to the off-air output. Now, all the players play
Faith 99, Faith 99, FDL,
completely independently. So you can start and stop them, and they use the fade down that you set here. All of them use the same fade down. Or you can elect to do solo mode, and let's do that where we'll have the fade down be very fast, and we'll try this again.
Faith 99,
Faith 99.
Faith 99,
Faith 99.
Faith 99 is
And you can see that each time you hit another button, it actually immediately fades down the other player. You can right-click on any player to see some of the options, such as showing where it is in the Finder, opening it up in one of your audio editors, removing an individual, or removing all. And you can click on any button to remove all, for instance. We'll bring them back in. Let's drop them on the lower part here. Other options are you can assign your MIDI devices, your USB devices, and you can actually change the labels here as well. For playback, while other things are playing, you can elect to duck the players. This includes the stream receive if it happens to be running. Or you can elect to mute the top three. In this case, it will still just duck the stream receive to whatever that duck value is in stream receive set here. But duck will work on the duck setting that is normal in settings general set here. The palette can be broken out into a window to put on another display, or tacked to either the side or the bottom, or just free floating as you like. It reorients the buttons according to the size of the window, and this particular orientation corresponds to the DNR mixers. When you close it, it goes back into the window. Now let's take a look at how logos work with a palette. So for this, I'm going to go to set 1, and I'm going to go get some content for this. Going into the Radiologik folder, DJ Voices folder, I'm going to use my combo connectors for this. Select all, drag them into the first button. Then I'll rename set 1 to be logos. You don't have to do that, but you can name these whatever you like. Then in settings, on the general tab, the logos can be turned on here. And there are two ways logos can work. One is automatically at any interval that you specify. This is way too fast, probably, maybe every 8 minutes or something like that. Whenever it sees a track that's playing in one of the top players that's over 30 minutes, that can be a general rule. Or you can do them by the track properties, which we'll show in a moment. Next, you should choose which palette set to use. So I want to use logos for this one. And that's all the setup for that. So what would happen is if you have a long track playing, meaning over 30 minutes, every 8 minutes, it's going to play one of these players, and it will go through them in series, rotating all the way through. You can see what the last player that played is by the blue outline that is around the player. So you know which one will be next. The next one will be this one down here, Lee. If that rule is too inexact for you, you can actually go and set exactly when you want the logos to run. Select the track that you want a logo, do the properties, and in here you can determine where you want to set your logos. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit because this track actually has a cue sheet and chapters. So I'm going to determine by this cue sheet when I think they should happen. And I think one of them should be at 5:32 for going between songs 2 and 3. So I'm probably going to logo around 5:30. So to do that, I'm going to go up to 5:30. I'd say about right there, hit the logo button, and I've set a logo time of 5:31. And there's a little L here to indicate that's a logo time. Let's go back to the cue sheet. I'm going to pick another time. I'm going to say 10:30 will be the next one. So we'll move up to about 10:30, right there. And I'll hit logo again. And now I've got a logo time of 10:30. So the end result of this will be that this mix will play. And when it hits those times, it'll actually play from the palette, any of these. Let's see if we can simulate this now. So we'll start this track playing. Oh, another thing I do want duck on, and solo doesn't matter for this context, but we'll turn it off. But we'll have duck on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this player, advance it a little bit to where the logo, close to the logo, and then watch it do its thing. And what it should do is it should play the next palette button in here.
All trance, all day, all night. You're listening to Radiologik Trance.
Let's go to the next one. It was around 10:30. And this should play the Samantha one.
All trance, all day, all night. You're listening to Radiologik Trance.
I could have probably adjusted that to be a little bit earlier to be perfect right before the lyrics, but you get the idea. So that is the palette and logos.